Morning again, sunshine. It is 0700 on a rainy, miserable morning here at this over 55 Mecca we call on top of the world. So I thought we'd have a little bit more Geezer Gab. You know, about a year ago, my doc puts me on this stuff here, omega-3 ethyl esters. Frank, we got to get your triglycerides down. All right, fine. She said, take 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. I said, copy that, doc, we'll do it. So I did. Well, anyway, I also take these things every day. I joined a gym called Body Tech about 25 years ago over in Tampa. There was the owner there was also a promoter, and he had me convinced that I could be a 50-year-old bodybuilder. And you can see how far that went. And he put me on this stuff and a bunch of other Beverly products. Anyway, I sent my doc a note about a month later. I said, Doc, I keep forgetting to take the afternoon dose. So she said, fine, just take them all in the morning and just take them all with food. I said, okay. And then I noticed that box of super packs said you got to take those with food also. And I always thought that was just because you didn't want to throw pills and stuff like that on an empty stomach because it'd make your stomach upset. Well, being a retiree with way too much time on my hands, I decided to ask AI, how come you have to take all this stuff with food? And it turns out it's not just the food. It is you need to have soluble fats in your stomach. Otherwise, a lot of this stuff won't absorb. In other words, my ethyl esters really weren't absorbing all that well, and neither were half the vitamins in these overly expensive super packs. So I said, okay, so I can take all this stuff with fats, I make myself a bowl of this crap every morning, which is nothing more than 2 hard-boiled eggs, a little cup of this avocado mash that I get at Publix, sometimes they're on BOGO, with onions, jalapenos, and of course, like the commercial says, I put this shit on everything. So now, I take all that stuff in the morning, everything is getting absorbed, and I go in for blood work in about 6 months, and we'll see how all this plays out. The only downside of the avocado mash egg thing is you eat that, and about 5 minutes later, your breath will stop bird shit in midair. Anyway, that's all I'm saying for today. Remember, old guys rule. Frank out.